I don't know how many of you remember this old man, the late Kimani Maruge. He hit the headlines after joining primary school in his old age and left a record as the oldest student. However, his footsteps have not faded as residents of Kerisoi district in Nakuru County now count one of their own. Born in 1935, Rufinus Arap Taa did not get the opportunity to learn how to read and write, but even his efforts to educate his family proved futile after all his 6 children avoided classes. But at 78, Arap Taa is now among those sitting for their KCSE exams. Imagine that. KTN's Kamche Menza has this amazing story.
Dressed in this navy blue sweater beneath the Collaborate school uniform, 78-year-old Rufinus Arap Taa puts his walking stick aside and sits in this room just like any other fourth form candidate to tackle an exam he had longed for. Gideon Nyanchoga, the school's principal, tells us that the old man joined neighboring Collaborate Primary School in class 2 just a few years ago, cutting short his work as a traditional doctor.
They were moving him a class up. After one term, he moves to another class up to the time he sat for his KCB.
He scored 266 marks with an A grade in science as his best performed subject. And in 2010, together with his colleagues, Arap Taa joined Form 1. Despite his advanced age, Arap Taa is giving the young blood a run for their money, with the principal terming his performance as average.
I think last year I was schooling with this grandson. They were in the same class. And when that son discovered that the old man was defeating him in the class, he ran away. He ran away to another school.
A few hours after our arrival at the school, the exam comes to an end and we get an opportunity to interact with Arap Taa. He tells us his desire to join the young faces was far-fetched. For a long time, Taa was forced to move from one house to another in search of a person to read many letters his children and even relatives sent to him.
Kuna wakati ingine fulani nilipelekea hiyo barua, akasoma mzuri. Nikasema wacha nitumie tena nirudishie majibu kijana yangu. Kumbe huyu mjamaa alikuwa anataka tukosane na kijana yangu. Alitukana na kijana yangu. Kijana alikuja mbio na moto. Baba, kwa nini ulisema usikanyake nyumbani mara nyingine? Kasema nani alisema? Si ni wewe, nani alituma barua?
But that was not all. This time round, the Bible was his next target.
Basi anaweza endelea tu kusoma Bible. Mpaka anaweza sema uongo. Unafikiri ni kweli? Nikasema hata mpaka nisome hata mimi. Kumbe basta tena anaweza sema uongo. Hadi ukinama saa hii jioni usubuhi, ukilala jioni, asubuhi utapata ng'ombe iko tayari. Hiyo ni kweli. Na hiyo neno ni iko kwa Bible kweli.
And true to his determination, by class 6 he says he could read the Bible. But even as he now calls this his final lap, he cannot resist but recall the fun times he shared with these young faces he has all along known as classmates.
Lakini hawa walikuwa wacheuri mbaya sana. Walikuwa na kuna mimi atiasikie kama huyu babu na yasikia ujungu.
Indeed, his dream was far-fetched, and day 3 into the exams, he does not regret. He's hoping to achieve what will add to his desire of eventually becoming a doctor. Kamche Menza, KTN from Nakuru County.